Hey Libras, welcome to your 11/11 Stargate reading. We're going to jump right on in and pull a couple of oracle cards to see what energies are surrounding this reading for you. And the first card that we have out for you is Fork in the Road. Let's pull another oracle card and see what else is happening for this Stargate 11/11 portal reading for my Libra collective. And we have full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches. Oh, okay, Libras. Feels like some decisions need to be made, and they need to be made right now. It almost feels as though there's something that you have been battling with in terms of your life direction. And that could be with friends, family, lovers, job, whatever the situation is. There's now a quickening moment that's coming to you where you have to make a choice about which direction you are going to take. Whatever choice that you make is exciting. I wish I could put into words the energy that I'm feeling right now, but it's almost this sense of bubbling up. There's a lot of anticipation around this. So I don't know if it's other people who are waiting to see what decision you make. It might be that your decision shocks the shit out of a lot of people, but whatever it is, it's like, oh my goodness, I can't believe that Libra did that. And maybe this is you telling yourself that, maybe this is other people talking about it, but whatever the case is, it feels as though this decision point that you're approaching is going to be something for the ages. It is going to be something that people are just like, wow, I did not expect that. And maybe you didn't expect it out of yourself. So let's jump into some tarot and see what other messages we can pull for this good chaos that's happening for you. So starting off with what you can do to sort of step into this portal of 11/11 energy, we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. And what I just heard, Libras, was lone wolf. So the Five of Pentacles, when it's upright, is really about feeling a sense of lack. It's you being on the outside, looking in, not being sort of allowed into that inner sanctum. And when I see this in reverse and the feelings that I have from this reading, it's like you are now forging your own path. And in doing so, that path is going to lead you to people who want to be in your presence. There is not going to be an outside looking in. You are the in. And people want to be a part of your movement. It's crazy, this energy that is coming through this reading for you. Like, I'm not mad at it at all. But, you stepping in is really going to be about you becoming very clear on what it is that you want. And we have the King of Wands in reverse. This is also, I think, to a certain extent, you setting aside things that you may have thought you wanted previously, but through time and experience realize that it's not the end all be all to your existence, that maybe there's a better path that's waiting for you. So it almost feels as though you're shifting your energy, what you thought you may have been passionate about or what you think you should have been passionate about, into something else, into a different direction. So this is you sort of embracing your new path, making the choice to do things a little bit differently, making the choice to try new things. So, okay, wow, that was quick. Okay, Libra, your cards are just falling right on out. We have for for what you need to be aware of and what you may need to be awakened to, we have the Five of Cups clarified by the Moon in reverse. So the Five of Cups is really a card about crying over spilled milk, feeling a sense of loss, feeling a sense of regret. And the Moon represents things that are hidden. So one thing that you need to be aware of is that once things start coming to light, and until they do, you might feel a little bit of sense of loss, a little bit of sense of regret, a little bit of sense of lack. But that's okay, because throughout this process, things that have been hidden, things that you may not have been aware of, or things that you might not have been able to recognize previously, are going to start coming to the surface. And I do feel like it's going to sort of mitigate that feeling of this sense of lack. It almost feels as though until you uncover things for yourself, until you arrive at your own truth, there's always going to be this sense that you're missing out on something. And we also have the Four of Pentacles. Now, the Four of Pentacles is really about holding back. This seems to be a bit of an internal exercise for you, so that as you start uncovering things that are hidden, when you start gathering information, so you can make this choice and as far as where you go next in your life and what your goals are, the things that you want to achieve, the things that you want to do, the things that you want to have. This is not something that you need to publicly broadcast to those around you. This is the epitome of moving in silence. So as you sort of weigh your options and figure out what's best for you, there's not a whole lot of need to gather input from those around you, particularly if those people might have helped contribute to where you are right now and thinking that you need to do things a little bit differently in your life. So the intention that you're sending out to the universe right now, we have the Four of Wands in reverse. And the Four of Wands in reverse is the 1111 card. It's the gateway card. So completely appropriate that it pops up in this reading. But by being sort of trapped where you are right now, being a little bit stagnant, being a little bit discontent with your position in life and the progress that you have towards your goals, it feels like there's a little bit of uncertainty about what it is that you actually want. Do you want this foundation? Do you want this security? Do you want to stay where you are? Are you afraid of taking the next steps, trying something different? There's a lot of confusion that's being sent out into the universe. But the one thing that you do know with the Nine of Pentacles is that you want that abundance. You want that stability. It feels as though the uncertainty is how you go about getting it. So there's this sort of back and forth. It's like, yeah, I want this, but I don't know if I can have it. I would love to do this, but I don't know if I can do it. So there's a bit of a mixed bag that's going out in terms of your energy. And it almost feels like Spirit is saying, okay, you need to pick a side. You want the abundance, you want the stability, you want the security, or do you not? Because if you do, you're going to have to make some changes. You're going to have to make a decision on this one. Now, how it is that you can best align with your intention, which for you Libras, I do believe that your intention is really all about having that abundance, having that beautiful life that you dream of in those quiet moments. We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is someone who is always giving, giving, giving. They have the capacity, absolutely. But sometimes they give so much to others that they don't have anything left to give to themselves. So this is a very, very nurturing energy. And I do think for my Libras out there that you care deeply about the people who are around you, but sometimes it's to your own disadvantage. And I do think that those times that you sort of put your foot down and say, no, I can't do it, then people tend to make you feel guilty about that. Well, I mean, you have this, why can't you give me some of that? Or you can do this, why can't you do that for me? We have that clarified by fortitude or strength. And so aligning with what it is that you want in life, it's going to require you to, kind of straighten your back and say, yeah, I know I have it, but that doesn't mean that you're entitled to it. It doesn't mean that everything that I have is automatically yours. I need to take care of me. I need to save some for myself. So you building your abundance is going to require you to pick and choose a little bit more wisely about who you give your time, your money, your resources, your energy to. Everybody's not deserving. And I think that for a lot of you, there's been a situation where people have gotten accustomed to you always giving, and they kind of resent when you don't. Not a good look. Not a good look at all. So, in terms of messages that come through or downloads that you're going to get over the next few days around this 1111 portal, we're going to have the Seven of Cups and we also have the Devil. Expect people to show their asses, especially when you start making that decision to better protect yourself, to better nurture yourself, to invest more in yourself. With the Seven of Cups and the Devil, this is all about disillusionment. It's about bad habits. This is not particularly a nice energy. So you know that you are taking care of yourself, that you are focusing on yourself in the right way when people start getting resentful of you doing so. Now, understand that the people who are meant to be in your life, the people who are for you, will encourage you to do what's right for you. They will encourage you to nurture yourself. They will not demand more from you than what you can or are willing to give. These people are going to out themselves. They're going to show their slips. So when you start seeing that, you know you're doing the right thing by taking care of you. And they will weed themselves out. So keep an eye out for people who are not happy that you're finally doing you and living life on your own terms. Now, over the next few months, the energy that's going to come in as a result of this portal, we have the Hanged Man in reverse, and we also have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So this is a very interesting combination because what we have is an energy of you not sort of being on the fence, right? We talked about this sort of back and forth confused energy. I think that you have made your decision about what your path looks like going forward. And with the Ace of Pentacles, this doesn't mean to me that there's not a new beginning in wealth. I think for people around you, there's not going to be a new beginning or a constant reinforcement of giving to them all the time. So your new path is really going to require that you stop giving so much of yourself. And that's not to say that you can't be there or be helpful or be supportive of, the people who you deem worthy of doing so for. But it just means that you keep a little bit more in reserve for yourself. But do not expect everybody around you to be okay with that. There might be some arguments, this fiery climax approaches. So there might be some dust-ups with the people who have gotten accustomed to you sort of being the whipping post, to being the go-to person for any and everything, whether it's financial support, whether it's emotional support. There might be some energy vampires that this portal cleans out for you, which is a good thing because that's going to clear the path for you to start pursuing your own dreams and having your own life without having to worry about constantly giving to others. So Libras, that's what I got for you. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this reading, and I will see you on the next one.